Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal.
All right, good morning and welcome to Thursday. Hang in there. You are almost there. Now, stay focused today because today is Equal Pay Day, which highlights that ongoing conversation about pay equity, and it reminds us just how far that we've come and really how far we still have to go. All right, pay those women what they deserve. Well, now the answer to yesterday's trivia question, 1,083 feet or 330 meters. That's the height of the Eiffel Tower. 1,083 feet or 330 meters. Were you close? At least within 100 feet? If so, I'll give it to you. Well, now it is time for the essential vitamins in your morning cereal. Today's quote, and it's from birthday girl Keira Knightley, turning just 41 today. She said this, quote, "You can't be afraid of what people are going to say," end quote. Now, your morning decode, let them. Remember that? Embrace your true self and follow your own path as you cannot control other people's opinions. All right, well, let's go ahead and hear from the experts now. It is time to pour in some atomic habits from James Clear. And today's focus is the science of how habits work. And Clear brings everything together here by explaining that habits are deeply tied to neurology and repetition, okay? Each time you perform a behavior, your brain strengthens neural pathways associated with that action. Think of it like carving a path through a field. The first time, it's difficult, but the more you walk that path, the clearer and easier the path becomes. Clear writes this, quote, "Habits form as the brain continuously looks for ways to save effort," end quote. So this explains why repetition is so critical. It's not about perfection, it's about the consistency of it. And he also highlights the role of dopamine. Remember that chemical we've talked about? Well, that's the chemical that's associated with motivation and reward. Dopamine doesn't just spike when you experience pleasure, it also spikes in the anticipation of it. This means that your brain begins to associate cues with rewards, creating that powerful cycle of expectation and action. Clear writes this, quote, "It is the anticipation of a reward, not the fulfillment, that gets us to take action," end quote. So this insight here, it explains why habits can be so compelling. Once your brain expects that reward, it pushes you towards the behavior, even before the reward arrives. So the key takeaway here is that habits are not about willpower, they're about wiring. By repeating behaviors, you're literally reshaping your brain. But this also means that breaking bad habits isn't about eliminating them entirely. It's about replacing them with better patterns, right? And over time, the new habit becomes stronger than the old one. Clear's message is encouraging here, right? Change is possible because your brain is always adapting. All right, thanks for sticking with us here today. Your Friday Eve takeaway is this: repetition rewires your brain, so choose habits that are worth repeating. All right, friends, stay consistent today because every small action is reshaping your future self. All right, now the prize from the bottom of the cereal box, the morning cereal trivia question of the day. What is the smallest planet in our solar system? Now, depending on when you went to school, you might have a different answer for this. All right, hey, thanks for listening to Morning Cereal today. We will see you back here tomorrow on a Friday for the answer to the trivia question and more sugar for your soul. And until then, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Cereal podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.